Simon & Schuster Audio presents The Original Argument, The Federalist Case for the Constitution, adapted for the 21st century by Glenn Beck. Read by Pat Gray and Adam Grupper, with a preface by Joshua Charles and an introduction by Glenn Beck.
To Joshua Charles and all the other young people in the world who accept the challenge to, as Thomas Jefferson wrote, question with boldness. They realize that divine providence is active in all of our lives, and that we are all here for a reason. But they also know that to find that reason and fulfill our potential, we must break through the chains of ignorance and fear.
To my parents, who unceasingly taught me the one principle from which all other worthwhile principles come, to do good, and to all those throughout my life who convinced me of the profound uniqueness of this country, along with the responsibility that naturally becomes the burden of all those who live here. The Birth of a Book About the Birth of Our Nation, How This Book Came to Be, by Joshua Charles.
My most important question I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you think today, in today's partisan politics on both sides of the aisle, do you think the Constitution would ever get signed today?
Not today, because the Federalist Papers, there's not people out making the case for the Constitution. I mean, if you rewrote the Federalist Papers and you were getting them out and there was a real movement to get those Federalist Papers out, to show why the Constitution should be accepted, yes, people would read it, they would consume it, and they might even renew our country.
The Glenn Beck Program, January 14th, 2011. Our founders strongly believed that divine providence played a critical role in the birth of our country. Looking back on the great improbabilities and coincidences that colluded to put this book into your hands, I'm forced to concede that it may have intervened here as well. But I'm getting ahead of myself. It wasn't long ago that I was majoring in piano performance at the University of Kansas. Or in other words, I'm not exactly the type of person normally associated with writing a book about the Federalist Papers. But the beginning of this journey had nothing to do with the Federalist Papers, or books, or even America. It all began with a movie. In the fall of 2009, I saw Amazing Grace, a film about the great British abolitionist and...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?